Kim Kardashian is no stranger to controversy, but this latest chapter has fans buzzing louder than ever. What was supposed to be a glamorous family getaway to Rome quickly spiraled into one of the most heated parenting debates the internet has seen in months, and at the center of it all, her daughter, Northwest. North, just 12 years old, found herself trending worldwide, not for a school achievement or a fun family moment, but for the outfit she wore alongside her mom in the streets of Rome. Paparazzi cameras caught her towering next to Kim, rocking a look that critics say was far too adult for her age. So, let's paint the picture. North stepped out in a frilly, ultra-short miniskirt paired with chunky black boots that screamed high fashion runway rather than middle school playground. To top it off, she wore bright blue pigtails, oversized glasses, and carried a chic, heart-shaped Vivienne Westwood handbag. If you squinted, you could almost mistake her for a teenage model on a European campaign shoot rather than a preteen on vacation. Kim, of course, didn't exactly blend into the background either. She wore a sheer, lingerie-inspired gown with lace details and a plunging neckline, giving paparazzi plenty to photograph. For many, the sight of mother and daughter styled this way side by side felt jarring, almost like watching a parent and child intentionally blurred into the same fashion lane. And, as you might imagine, the internet exploded. On X, formerly Twitter, users were quick to call out what they saw as Kim's questionable parenting choices. One viral post bluntly asked, "What 1-2-year-old wears a corset?" Kim really doesn't know how to be a sensible parent. Another fan chimed in with, "Why do they make North look so grown? She's only 12 and already styled like an adult." Others drew comparisons to fellow celebrity parents, saying that Kim dresses North in ways that mirror how Beyoncé occasionally styles Blue Ivy, suggesting that both stars are guilty of blurring the line between childhood and stardom. One harsh comment summed up the frustration. "This is literally a child. Let her be a child." Reddit was no kinder. In multiple threads, fans noted that North tends to dress differently when she's not under Kim's direct influence. One user argued, "North only dresses hyper-feminine like this when she's with Kim. Normally she's in oversized, baggy clothes and looks more comfortable." Others went further, saying the fashion choices felt exploitative, as if Kim were pushing her daughter into a spotlight she didn't ask for. "She's a tween, not a fashion prop," wrote one exasperated Redditor. Another commenter didn't hold back. "At this point, North is parenting Kim, not the other way around. It's disturbing to watch." The chorus of disapproval was loud, clear, and relentless. To many, the Rome outing wasn't just another Kardashian stunt, it was evidence of a deeper issue about boundaries, childhood, and how fame warps what should be normal family dynamics. But here's the twist. For every critic blasting Kim, there were also defenders applauding North's bold style. Some argued that she genuinely enjoys fashion and is already carving her own identity in the public eye. After all, this is a kid who has walked through Paris Fashion Week crowds, performed alongside her dad, Kanye West, and grown up in one of the most media-saturated families on Earth. The real question becomes, is North genuinely expressing herself, or is Kim shaping her into a brand extension before she even hits her teen years? That tension between individuality and parental influence sits at the heart of this entire controversy. When those photos from Rome hit the internet, the criticism wasn't just about one outfit. It quickly spiraled into a much bigger conversation about parenting, celebrity culture, and whether Kim Kardashian is raising her daughter or marketing her. On TikTok, clips of North strutting through the Roman streets with Kim racked up millions of views within hours. Many users stitched the videos, asking why North was being styled to look like a 17-year-old influencer rather than a 12-year-old girl. One popular comment read, "I feel bad for her. She's literally growing up on camera, and people will expect her to keep living up to this image before she even knows who she is." Others argued that it wasn't just a case of bad parenting, it was a calculated branding move. After all, the Kardashians have built their empire on visibility, aesthetics, and drama. Kim knows the cameras are always there, and every appearance is an opportunity to spark a conversation, even if it's controversial. And what's more attention-grabbing than a mother-daughter fashion scandal in the heart of Italy? But not everyone bought into that narrative. Some fans jumped to Kim's defense, pointing out that North clearly has her own strong personality and preferences. She's known for roasting her mom during live streams, critiquing her outfits, and even shutting down paparazzi when she's not in the mood. To these supporters, North isn't a passive figure being molded by her mom. She's already asserting herself and using fashion as a way to explore her identity. Still, thing that didn't stop critics from questioning whether a 12-year-old can even fully understand what it means to build a public image. Reddit threads filled with concerned comments from parents saying that while their kids might play with makeup or experiment with clothes at home, putting them on international display in corsets and designer handbags crosses a line. One parent wrote, "My daughter is the same age. She loves trying out styles, but there's no way I'd let her walk out in a corset. It's not about creativity, it's about protecting their childhood." And that's where this debate gets thorny. In the Kardashian universe, there is no such thing as a private childhood. North has been famous literally since birth. Paparazzi photographed her before she could walk, she's been in music videos, and she's been featured on reality television for years. Unlike most kids her age, she doesn't get the luxury of anonymity. That's why this Roman fashion moment hits so hard. It wasn't just an outfit, it was another reminder that North's entire life is playing out like a carefully curated campaign. Critics worry that she's being robbed of the freedom to make mistakes and grow privately because every misstep is instantly magnified by millions of strangers online. On the flip side, there's the argument that North is uniquely positioned to thrive in this environment. Unlike kids thrust unwillingly into fame, she was born into it, and she seems remarkably comfortable commanding attention. Whether she's performing with Kanye, creating viral TikTok videos with Kim, or stepping out in avant-garde outfits, North exudes a confidence that many adults would envy. But that confidence doesn't erase the unease. The Rome controversy tapped into a larger cultural anxiety about the way social media collapses the boundaries between childhood and adulthood. When a 12-year-old is styled like a 20-year-old influencer, it raises unsettling questions. Is this empowerment or exploitation? And let's not forget Kim Kardashian has faced similar criticism before, from her own early rise to fame to the way she's managed her family's image over the years. She's often been accused of putting publicity over privacy. For her supporters, this is just Kim being Kim, unapologetically bold, endlessly discussed, and never afraid of backlash. But for her critics, it's proof that she prioritizes the Kardashian brand above her daughter's well-being. This clash of perspectives is exactly why the Roman trip became one of the most viral Kardashian stories of the year. It wasn't just about what North wore, it was about what that outfit symbolized. What makes this controversy especially complicated is that North West isn't just any celebrity kid. She's arguably the most famous child of her generation. From the moment she was born, her name carried weight. She's the daughter of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, two of the most influential pop culture figures of the 21st century. And with that pedigree comes both privilege and pressure. North has already accomplished more at 12 years old than most adults ever will. She's performed on stage with her father, attended Paris Fashion Week multiple times, gone viral on TikTok for her hilarious personality, and even co-designed pieces with high-end fashion brands. Some argue that she's a natural in the spotlight, destined to inherit the Kardashian West empire. But here's the problem. When every step of your childhood is broadcast, how do you distinguish between authentic self-expression and curated image building? That's the line critics say Kim blurred in Rome. On one hand, North has shown an undeniable interest in fashion. She's not shy about voicing her opinions. She's called out Kim's style choices on camera, even mocking her mom for being basic during fittings. She's collaborated on outfits, experimented with makeup, and clearly enjoys playing with aesthetics. If she were just a kid experimenting privately, no one would blink an eye. But because her playground is the global stage, every choice becomes a headline. Fashion insiders, however, are already labeling North as a fashion prodigy. At events like Paris Fashion Week, she sat front row in outfits that rival seasoned models. Designers reportedly love her boldness, calling her an old soul with a new vision. To them, North isn't being exploited, she's blossoming into a creative force. Still, the pushback is fierce. Critics point out that celebrating North as a fashion icon at 12 years old ignores the psychological toll of such early fame. Britney Spears, Lindsay Lohan, and even Kim herself are often cited as cautionary tales, proof that childhoods lived under relentless public scrutiny rarely end without scars. This also highlights a double standard in celebrity culture. When male celebrity kids dabble in fashion or music, they're often praised as prodigies. But when girls like North do it, especially in outfits that resemble adult fashion, it sparks moral panic. Some argue this says more about societal discomfort with young girls' autonomy than about North's actual choices. But the Rome incident can't be dismissed so easily. The sheer visibility of North's outfit, corset, miniskirt, designer accessories felt less like a child experimenting with fashion and more like a carefully orchestrated paparazzi moment. And let's be honest, the Kardashians are masters of orchestrating moments. From their reality show plotlines to their viral paparazzi shots, they've turned life itself into marketing. So, is North just a participant in that family legacy, or is she being pushed into a role she can't fully comprehend yet? That's the heart of the debate. The other layer here is Kim herself. Despite the backlash, she's always maintained that she supports North's individuality. She's said in interviews that North is strong-willed, knows what she likes, and often pushes back against parental rules. In Kim's eyes, letting her daughter explore fashion is a way of nurturing her creativity. But in the public's eyes, it looks like Kim is accelerating her daughter's transition into adulthood for the sake of headlines. The Rome controversy wasn't just a blip, it solidified North's place as a cultural flashpoint. She's not simply a kid anymore. She's a symbol in the ongoing battle over childhood, fame, and fashion. And maybe that's what makes this so unsettling. Whether she wants it or not, North isn't just representing herself. She's representing a generational shift in how celebrity children are raised, consumed, and criticized. By now, we know one thing for sure: Kim Kardashian is no stranger to controversy. In fact, her entire career has been built on it. From the leaked tape that launched her into the public eye, to her marriages, to the endless storylines on keeping up with the Kardashians, Kim has always been a lightning rod for debate. And every time the public thinks she's gone too far, she somehow comes back bigger than before. So when North's Rome outfit lit up the internet, it wasn't exactly shocking. In a way, it followed the Kardashian formula to perfection. Step 1, stage a public moment that's guaranteed to provoke. Step 2, let social media explode. Step 3, ride the wave of attention, whether it's positive or negative. After all, for the Kardashians, outrage equals relevance. But here's the twist. This time, it wasn't Kim's own body, relationships, or business decisions being judged. It was her daughter's eye, and that makes the backlash hit differently. Even longtime Kardashian watchers, people used to their stunts, expressed discomfort. There's a line between using your own image as currency and using your child's "oh." Many argue that Kim crossed that line in Rome. Still, not everyone agrees. Some fans defended Kim, pointing out that celebrity children have always lived lives that look different from ordinary kids. They argue that North isn't being exploited, but empowered, given the freedom to express herself and learn to navigate fame early on. And considering her father is Kanye West, one of the most influential artists alive, is it really surprising that North is charting an unconventional path? This clash of perspectives reveals something deeper. Society's obsession with the Kardashians is less about them personally and more about what they represent. They embody every cultural contradiction: female empowerment and objectification, authenticity and artificiality, family values and brand building. With North now entering the spotlight, those contradictions feel even sharper. The Rome incident also sparked a bigger conversation about social media and parenting. We live in a time when even non-celebrity parents post photos of their kids online, sometimes dressing them up for likes. The Kardashians, of course, magnify this to an extreme. For Kim, letting North be seen in bold, adult-inspired outfits might not feel that different from what millions of parents do on Instagram every day, except her audience is the entire world. But here's the real kicker. Controversy like this ensures the Kardashian machine keeps running. Whether you love them, hate them, or fall somewhere in between, you're still talking about them. And with every viral headline, they secure another cycle of relevance. Kim knows this. She's built her empire on it, and now, intentionally or not, North is becoming part of that empire's engine. The question is, at what cost? Will North grow up to look back at these moments and thank her mom for giving her freedom, or resent the fact that her childhood became content? It's a question only time can answer. But history suggests that the path of celebrity kids is rarely smooth. For now, one thing is undeniable. The Rome outfit turned Northwest from a famous kid into a cultural talking point. She's no longer just Kim's daughter, she's her own story, her own controversy, her own headline. And if there's one thing the Kardashians excel at, it's making sure those headlines never stop. What do you think? Was Kim just letting North express herself, or did she push her daughter too far into the spotlight? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you love keeping up with the hottest celebrity drama, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join us here on Hot Sip, where the tea is always fresh.